I got to get to Rex Ryan putting Shedeur Sanders on blast. Let's hear from Rex Sanders on ESPN. This is good stuff from Rex. Play the clip.
Stefanski is one of an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see this Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
We'll see if they make a change there.
Woo. That's a great piece of television from Rex Ryan. Hats off to Rex and ESPN. So we're finally, this speaks to a cultural change. This is a black quarterback he's talking about, and he's talking pretty salty and spicy about him. And I think he's talking accurately about him. He said, if I know other coaches around the league are talking about it, you're lazy, you're not a leader, you're not at the front of the meeting room, soaking up everything you can. You're whining and complaining that you're not the starting quarterback. Hats off to Rex Ryan. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, Jason, I have a question for you. Do you blame the media for continually asking and putting a microphone in front of a third-string quarterback? I don't get it. It's like, I barely want to talk to the backup. I don't want to talk to the backup of the backup. I don't know what he has to say. Or do you blame it on Shedeur for not having better self-awareness to go into cliche mode?
Here's what I blame Stefanski and the Browns locker room. Because I think, and TJ, you correct me if I'm wrong, Bill Belichick would stand in front of his team, and I don't care if you don't have 6 Super Bowls, you should coach like you have 6 Super Bowls or plan to. And I would stand up in front of the room and say, why am I getting asked questions about a third-string quarterback? And again, this is the week, they just won a game the week before. And I'm like, hey, why am I this guy didn't take the field. Why am I getting questions about you? And I would look at my locker, hey, guys, y'all got to fix this. We got someone here in this locker room that can't tell reporters that, hey, I'm just doing everything I can to give the defense a good look on the scout team. And, man, I'm just so thankful to be in this league and learning from this cast of veterans. And I just want to support them the best that I can. And the locker room should take care of that. There are policies inside locker rooms where there are fines, financial fines, among offensive linemen for even getting quoted anywhere.
Yes.
You should be seen and not heard. And a third stringer like Shedeur, somebody needs to be penalizing him for us even having to talk about him. You're a third stringer. Grab my luggage and shut your mouth. TJ, am I wrong here?
It's a great point. No, you're exactly right. Okay, so we all can agree that I'm a nobody, have never been anybody. That is, we'll just agree on this up front. Belichick also agreed. Okay, I was a nobody as it related to the Patriots. I was an undrafted free agent. I came in there for a short time. They had media stuff for rookies, and one of the people in the media asked me, hey, you played quarterback in high school. You know, do you think the Patriots, what do you think they may have been thinking, you know, when they drafted you, that, you know, you could find some open slots, maybe be on the same page as Tom a little more because you kind of know what the quarterback's thinking. And I don't remember what I said, but I said something like, they may have been thinking this. And Belichick, in front of the whole team, of which, again, I'm a nobody, so he's just making an example out of me, destroyed me and said, hey, TJ Moe, how about you don't ever suggest that you have the slightest idea about what the Patriots might be thinking. You speak for you. That is it. Okay, and this is why Rob Gronkowski all the time sounded like a complete idiot in front of the media, because he would sit in there and try to repeat whatever Belichick told him to say in the meetings. And so he would say something like, Gronk cover 2 football. Okay, Belichick actually went over what your answers had to be and talked about what you can say, what you can't say, and who should even be speaking to the media. Because that is another thing. Why are we making him available, right? It's like, what? You don't have to talk to the media all the time. You say, hey, third-string quarterback's not available today. He's not talking. So yes, you're exactly right. And Belichick probably overdid it, but again, to make an example out of a undrafted free agent that was unlikely to make the team and ended up on injured reserve, that is how serious they took that. And this would not be happening if he was playing for Belichick. Although who knows these days, because Jordan Hudson's running things.
TJ, to your point, Brandon Merriweather, when he was a rookie, one of my guys from the U, actually gave a bunch of cliched compliments to an opposing player. It was just garden variety stuff. And at the next meeting, Belichick said, "Who the f are you to say anything about anybody? You're a rookie." And TJ, this was a first-round draft choice that started every game on that 2017. So he had that standard for everybody. But on the flip side, Shedeur Sanders, that statement he gave overall, that's about as bad as his father's clock management. Really, it's just like, do you have any self-awareness? Good grief.
I do understand where the questions are coming from. It's from ESPN to anybody on YouTube, including me and TJ and Steve. We understand that there's clicks and traction in Shedeur Sanders. And so rather than dealing with reality, that Dillon Gabriel is the backup quarterback, and he's the next man up, and they may be getting to the next man up this week. Instead of asking about Dillon Gabriel, because everybody knows, well, the click and traction's in Shedeur, and so we want Shedeur Sanders out there playing because that's great content and clicks and traction for us. And this is how the media has changed. It's not about reality. It's not about the truth. It's about what will get us clicks and tractions. And so let's pretend like Shedeur is the next man up and Dillon Gabriel is irrelevant. It's sad, but that's where the media is at right now. We've heard a lot of discussion about black quarterbacks this year and that 16 of them are starting in the National Football League, and it's history. Well, the record for black quarterbacks this year so far through 4 games is 20, 39, and 2. 20, 39, and 2. That's a 344. Is it 344 or 334? 334 winning percentage. That'll get you into Cooperstown. It will mostly get you benched in the National Football League. I want to run through just very quickly the quarterbacks and their records. Jalen Hurts is 4-0. Jordan Love, is he 4-0 or 3-1? 3-1.
Well, they just had a tie.
No. You got printed out. I'm sorry. Let me go through this again. Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor 0-4. Dak Prescott's 1-2-1. Lamar Jackson's 1-3. CJ Stroud 1-3. Cam Ward 0-4. Patrick Mahomes 2-2. Geno Smith 1-3. Jalen Hurts 4-0. Jaden Daniels 1-1. Russell Wilson 0-3. Jordan Love 2-1-1. Caleb Williams 2-2. Michael Penix 2-2. Bryce Young 1-3. Spencer Rattler 0-4. Kyler Murray 2-2. What should we make of the 334 winning percentage of black quarterbacks? George Brett would be quite pleased with this season. I'm not sure if Warren Moon would be pleased with 334. Steve, your thoughts?
I think that's, I got to check my bubblegum card, but I think that's right around the career average of Tony Gwynn. Couple things. Based on that, I don't expect Anscape to write a big story on this. I think this will be buried. But I think we have to break it up a little bit, though, Jason, because a lot of the games it's going to be black quarterback against black quarterback. So you're going 1-1. So if you really want to go deeper, you got to go when the black quarterbacks play a Matthew Stafford or a Daniel Jones. You kind of have to kind of break it down that way. But to be fair.
Hold for 1 second, Steve. Hold for 1 second, Steve. If the black quarterback is facing the black quarterback, that's 1 win and 1 loss. It doesn't change the winning percentage.
Yeah,
the winning percentage stays the same. Go ahead.
All right, so they break even.
We thought this through this morning. While you were asleep at 4 a.m. Pacific time, we were on a conference call, at 6 a.m. here discussing this. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I was also up by 5:15 working out. So let's get that real clear, okay? Because I'm like the Marines. I get more done in the morning than most people get all day, whatever that commercial said. To be fair, we got to break it down to how many of those black quarterbacks, for lack of a better term, are actually franchise quarterbacks, and how many of them are rookies on bad teams like my guy Cam Ward, or guys like Tyrod Taylor who are just, and Justin Fields on really bad teams playing out the string. I think we need to have a little bit more context to this, don't we? Don't we?
Did I just hear Steve? Did Ryan Clark sneak into this conversation? Did he just jump on the Zoom?
Hold on. They are all authentically
Well, here's what you
black.
just said.
I want to make that clear. They're
That's
all
what I was going to say. This is what
authentically
you. Yeah, I was going to say, it's like you just went, well, we got the unapologetically black quarterbacks versus the
suburban
mixed
blacks.
quarterbacks.
Right, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, the suburban blacks, yeah.
Well, there's only one unapologetically black quarterback, and he's 1-3 this year. That's Lamar Jackson. This, according to Ryan Clark himself. So the unapologetically black quarterback's not having their best time this year.
Help us grow the Fearless Army. Pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with all your fearless friends.